Oh my God, folks, we are live. Set, we just kind of slipped right in. Oh my! It
Don't
caught
mind
me.
me. I was eating my dinner.
Caught me unexpected. It caught Glen unexpected. If you believe that, I got a bridge to sell you.
Ah ha, 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 ha.
You
It's
know,
it's it's Mr. Tenkar
hey, Mr. Glen Hellstrom
and
of
Mr.
Grognard Studios. By the way, we're showing
Here.
Grognard Studios below us.
It's
Grognard Studios.printify.me. If you're going to support Glenn, it's a great way to
thank you.
do it.
And all I got are about 12 T-shirts up there. I want to expand eventually for more T-shirts and other stuff like mugs and things
So
and hats and oh, here's one of my shirts I'm wearing.
I like that.
Yes. This is my dreamsicle ghoul shirt.
Yeah.
Here's another one.
Okay. Oh, actually, here, let me give you the full screen there. Hold on a second.
There it is, the loopy ogre.
Very nice.
I don't know. I've been gone through a phase for a while where I want to draw building, fantasy buildings and stuff. And that happened right after I watched a bunch of spaghetti westerns.
That works out very well. That works out very well.
Oh yeah, I like
So,
that.
folks,
I like ramshackle architecture.
there you go. Last month the Friday Night Lives were a little off kilter. Rich and I we had to cancel one because we had a comedy show. Last week, Rich and I were out at VisitCon,
They were
and I will say this: I had a great time at VisitCon.
good.
It was a lot of fun. Uh, the drive out was way too fucking long. Excuse my French. 13 hours. I didn't think I could do it in a single day. I
I
did.
wouldn't do it in a single day.
Well, I did, and then on the return trip, we didn't return to New York. We returned to the Poconos. So that was just about 11 hours. We got back. It was still daylight.
Mhm.
That was good. And folks, if you go to Rumble, you can look up inappropriate characters we rolled at 7 p.m. when we were about 30 minutes from the house. I jumped on. Well, maybe not 30 minutes, about 20 minutes from the house. I jumped on to the live stream and hosted from the car. Seriously, that's how much we take serious our responsibilities to our viewers. So
Becky's retired as of yesterday.
God bless.
And I'm still trying to talk her into going to the Poconos. It's like, yeah, it's a 23-hour drive, but we can do it in 2 days.
Right.
Get a nice bed and breakfast and meet you guys up there. We can have a lot of fun.
Yeah. No, that'll be cool. That'd
Yeah.
be that is, and there are some bread and breakfasts actually in the neighborhood. Well, not bread and breakfast. There are some. What do they call them? When they rent out the house for like weeks or days.
Oh yeah, like Airbnb or something.
Airbnb. There's a couple of Airbnbs out by
Cool.
me.
Well, she
So,
wants to do. I want her to go to the Poconos because I want to get up there in the nature and stuff.
right.
But she wants to do the history stuff, so she wants to go to Philadelphia and all that other.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: Wayne County,
Independence Hall and all that.
Lake Wayne County, which is we're in Hawley, but we went into Holmesdale for a bit.
Uh-huh.
Holmesdale is the birthplace of the American Railroad, and they have the
That's right,
original.
it is, isn't it?
They have the original engine of the Starbridge Lion at
Uh-huh.
the museum in Holmesdale, and they have a replica of the original engine because it was
That was
built.
in the town we were in, right?
That
Where
was
we went
that
to.
was the bigger town. That
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the
Close
county
by.
seat. Yeah,
Close by.
yeah. So it's there's a lot of history up there. Dorflinger
Oh yeah.
Glass Works. Um, uh, P.S. Gaglione 3. Every live stream is streamed to Rumble. I don't put up most of the individual videos there. But the live streams, I do Rumble, I do X, and I do YouTube. And watch where it works best for you. I happen to really like Rumble. Rumble needs a greater reach. It's slowly getting there. But when I do the once a month live streams for inappropriate characters, we rolled. It's exclusively on Rumble and Twitter. So that's just the way it is. I'd love to restream it here on the YouTubes, but
The
we'll see
YouTube.
what the future holds.
I'm lucky to get it on Facebook.
I used to do it on Facebook too, and it's like, you know what?
I could run it here too, I guess.
Gaglione.
I guess if I had, I think I have it. I think I have Instagram. I'm not sure. You can probably run it there too,
I think you can. I got to figure out how to do it.
or TikTok. I don't know.
TikTok. You're too long for TikTok.
Oh, you're too long. Yeah,
You'd have to chop it into like 90,000 pieces.
not worth it.
Oh, if you hear fake bird sounds behind me, the cat has found her toy and is bouncing it around, and it's gonna drive me nuts.
Well, and let's see. Last Saturday was my birthday, so I guess that's the last time I need to tell everybody.
Oh no! Congratulations, Glenn.
Thank you, thank you,
You're not a lady. Can I ask you your age?
young lady.
You're not a lady. Can I ask you your age? You could
68.
be. Listen, I'm not here to judge.
68.
68. Oh wow! All right.
I leveled up to 68.
Getting along there. Getting along there. Very nice.
Yeah, I had some good stuff that I got, and had a couple of dinners, and good time.
Okay.
Good time.
Oh, that's the way it should be. And that's my birthday won't be until the end of July. I'll be turning 58. Yeah, I'm a few levels behind you, Glenn.
We're pacing each other. Yeah. Well, Becky's always a level above me. We were born 5 months apart.
Rach is about just over 4 years younger than me, so
Yeah.
I robbed the cradle.
So she was the end of 56, and I was 57.
Okay. Fair enough.
She's like November or something there. And I remember that too.
Well,
I remember her birthday.
You better remember.
Yeah.
If you forget the birthdays, Glenn, then that's.
Oh, I had trouble with the anniversary though.
Well,
our anniversary was 10/20/2000.
Okay.
So that's what sticks it in my mind.
Well, we put our anniversary on our the wedding favorites, which were pub glasses, because that way, if I ever forget, I can just go to the closet and go, "Oh, there's my birthday." So,
wonderful. So, did you have dinner yet?
Actually, I had a late lunch, so no, I haven't eaten dinner yet. No,
I was going
to. Probably not going to eat dinner tonight. We went to this Greek spot. And it's oh God, I actually can't remember what the name of it is actually called, but it is a very good Greek spot. Lunch specials, which include soup and your meal, and a 20-ounce bottle of soda, run for about $20 a head.
That's not bad.
And you leave stuff. So I get their spot the bowl, and that's rice, tomatoes, red onions, fresh crumbled feta cheese, grilled chicken, tzatziki sauce, and a sliced up pita. And you can roll me out of there.
Death Angel Shadow said she planned our wedding for 10 days after my birthday, so I couldn't forget. I'll do you one better. My first wife, we got married on my birthday. I was not happy with that, but there was nothing we could do about it.
Nice.
So anyway, I am eating salmon patties.
Salmon patties.
Oh, I love salmon patties. God, oh my! I drench them in Worcestershire sauce, a little salt, and I eat them.
Really?
Yeah,
I am not huge on the seafood. It makes I don't. I'm not a
yeah. She
shrimp
does. She
person.
doesn't make it very often, so I take it when I can get it.
Okay, no, that's fair enough.
It's just
Last
a can of salmon and some cheese and stuff.
last week, I was at WizardCon. There was no live stream. Rob
Right.
Conley was at WizardCon. Rob wanted to know if we were doing a live stream, and I was like, Rob, I got there late Thursday after a 13-hour drive, and I was like, Rob, I think I'm going to bed early on Friday. I
Tell
don't
them
think I'm
tell them
doing
to
it.
come to North Texas. I know there'll be live streams there.
Oh my God, yes, we always do live streams at North Texas.
Oh yeah, and that's
We
fun.
don't miss them.
Oh,
The,
did
go
you
ahead.
see? What?
Go ahead.
I was going to say, did you see Mark and Don there? Mark and
I
or Don.
did. Well, Don was mostly behind the registration table,
Ah,
or putting out small fires, and most of the fires that they weren't the biggest fire that happened. I would say was Saturday late morning. Don gets I think it was a text, could have been an email
uh-huh.
from the auctioneer. He was hiring a real auctioneer to
Wow.
run the charity auction, and the auctioneer came down with COVID and said, "I won't be able to make it. I can't expose everybody. Yada yada yada." And I was there as Don's reading this, and he's like, "Fuck!" I went, "Oh, hold that thought." I go, "When's the auction?" I goes, 3 o'clock. What time is it now? He goes, 11:30. All right, let's go see what we got. He goes, "Why?" I go, "I've seen enough of this shit at gaming conventions.
Yeah.
I'm gonna role play an auctioneer."
Yeah, yeah, it's not like it's Sotheby's or something,
No, and it's not like you got to get that pattern
rhythm.
down at the. It's like, like two, 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 two. Got three, three, four, one, five, 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 six, six, six. Well, I don't.
Soul American.
Yeah,
You're
no,
not
we
a
don't.
tobacco auctioneer. No.
No, we don't. You don't do that at gaming conventions. If you haven't seen gaming convention auctions,
They're fun.
they're fun because it's like a story behind a lot of the stuff. Now, I had to see what we had to know if I had stories. I donated something to the auction because I knew I could put a story behind it.
Uh-huh.
It happened to be the adventure that Vince had published through TSR, the one that was so bad that Vince told me, "Please review it and trash it." And I never reviewed it because it wasn't worth a review.
Wow.
So I had a copy on me. Don't ask me why. I had a copy on me. So I said, "All right, I'll put this into the auction. I could tell a little story." There was some stuff. There was 4E core books that somebody donated, and needless to say, they didn't donate the DM's guide. And if you've ever read the 4E core books, the only worthwhile book of the three is the DM's guide. So they went for like $1 a piece. I mean
Okay.
that's kindling for somebody.
Okay, I guess my big question is, did Gangbusters ever make it to the table?
No,
Or-
well, um, Mark was running it, and I played in a game with
No, no,
Mark.
no. I mean, was the new one out?
No, well, not with the paper problem.
Well,
It,
I thought he solved last time we talked to him. He solved
it is going to be solved, but it delayed the process. It wasn't delivered
Oh,
in time,
okay.
so we weren't able to actually snag a copy.
Hmm.
But Mark always had a full table when he was running games.
Oh, I imagine he would. He's
Uh,
good.
yeah, Wampler ran some Mutant Crawl classics.
Oh, I did that too.
That was fun. So Rach and I played in that with Mr. Gangbusters himself, Mark Hunt. So that was a blast and a half. Um, it was a very Good con. It was the first year of a con, so there are some learning steps. One of which was don't schedule games during during the auction. If you schedule games during the auction, everybody's gaming, nobody's at the auction, and people
Mhm.
came as the auction wrapped up. So people got good buys. I got there was a set of fight on compilations which I
Oh
had great
wow!
bidding on. So I think that the winning bid for that was 40, and I said we'll make it 45. Tell you the truth, a lot of people just upped their bid because it was going to the children's hospital out there by
Yeah.
by Kalamazoo, and most people went, yeah, yeah, I owe you 17, make it 20.
See,
Right?
this is the kind of auction I remember from my other conventions, which doesn't happen in North Texas because
Okay.
that's just the rich people's auction. That's no fun.
I've gotten stuff at the North Texas at the midnight auction.
I'm not talking about midnight. I'm talking about the
Right,
regular
yeah,
auction.
to the midnight auction, I've gotten worthwhile stuff. I got a signed copy of the was it the basic rules, just the
Uh-huh.
rule book. But it was signed by Errol Lotus. It was the version that he did the cover of. Errol signed it. I got it was a beat copy, but I got it for like $15. I was
Nice.
very happy with that.
All my BX copies are signed by Errol,
Oh, okay.
and the expert ones are signed by Steve.
That's well they should be.
Mhm.
So
I mean, I give that to Corey, and by like he sent me his. I got it signed by Errol. He didn't expect Steve's, but got signed by Arrow. I sent it back. Next thing you know, he wants to have my children.
um
And I said, I'll pass.
yeah, I don't know how that would work, but that's okay.
In the climate these days, you never
Anything can
know.
happen. I
No.
know. I know.
Well, anything can't happen, but people think it can. So
I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can.
shut up. Shut up. That's my bed sex talk. That's my pillow talk.
I'm going. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
I'm going
Um.
in.
Oh my
Fire in the
god.
hole.
But yeah. So the drive home, we spent the night in the Poconos because that was just the
Well, at least you got
easiest.
like to decompress for a day before you got home.
Yeah, and it cut off like 2.5 hours of the drive home, and I was like, that works. And I was able to just
I thought the Poconos were only about an hour away from your house.
no, that was wow. I wish Poconos are 2.5 to 3 hours depending on
That's
traffic.
how bad I remember October.
Yeah, they're about 2.5 to 3 hours. Um, Actually, when we left to go home
Mhm.
Monday morning, my GPS told me I could do it in 2 hours and 20 minutes,
Oh
which
boy.
was fine until I got to New York, and the FDR was shut down
Mm.
500 feet from the exit I had to get off on. So we sat in traffic for like 30 minutes. I was like, well, now we're back to a more usual regular time.
Well, Gage is coming here and probably staying overnight, and then we're leaving in the morning.
Right?
But as I usually say from Chickasha, we're sneaking into Dallas because we don't take I-35. It routes me through like Bowie and other towns like that, which is fine because last year that was the
Yeah.
best drive I ever had. That was a pleasant drive.
Really?
Yeah, no, didn't have to deal with traffic, didn't have to deal with the friggin' construction on I-35, and it was great.
Now, how long is it for you from your home to North
2
Texas?
hours.
So it's shorter than going to.
Actually, make that 3. Yeah,
All right. So it's about me going to the Poconos.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah. All right.
yeah. It goes like that, goes by like that.
Fair enough.
There's nothing. It's nothing to it.
Not, 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 not.
Nothing to it. Hey, yeah.
But I got to play in a Tim Cask Wheel of Blame game. So it's Wheel of Blame because basically he thinks up the encounters based upon items that you write onto a slip of paper. So if somebody dies, it's not his fault. It's the fault of the person who gave him. So it's the Wheel of Blame.
Well, that's how Frank Mincer does his games at the con. Everybody, write me down 2 things you want to see in the game. Give me 15 minutes. Okay, let's play.
Yeah, it's pretty much Tim. Now I was talking with Tim, and Tim was saying that this last con was likely his last one.
What, this Wizard Con?
Yeah. And the reason being is because Tim is older. He's in his 70s.
Yes, he is.
And he drives to all the stuff.
Yes, he does.
Wampler is his co-pilot, not
Yes,
God.
he is.
But
Whopper can't keep him awake anymore.
right. So unless somebody like, oh, I don't know, a certain creator of Dwarven Forge was apparently flying Tim out for a private event, first class. Yeah, this is probably the last one that Tim is going to do. So
he's already a ghost in North Texas. So yeah, is this like his last con ever?
Quite possibly.
Okay.
Yeah. It just the drive, and for him it was like a 4-hour drive, I think. But I just think that's he's reaching his limits, and I can understand that. And then let's see what else. Darlene was there.
Of course.
Darlene
Wouldn't be a con without Darlene.
Darlene lost her glasses at the airport on her flight in.
Everything happens to her.
But then they called the airport and somebody turned her glasses in.
Oh, nice.
So Don had to drive to the airport to get her glasses.
Very nice. I'm glad she
Merle Rasmussen was also there. Joe Block.
Anybody from did Dr. Sestair make it?
No, Dr. Sestair was not there. Although I believe it's going to be at North Texas this year.
He usually is. He usually is running bunnies and burros.
And
playing and stuff.
The Gygaxes were there. Heidi and Eric Garland Gygax.
Cool.
Gygax Garland. I don't know how they hyphenate, but whichever way they hyphenate. They were there. The Dapper DM was there.
Dapper DM.
Yeah, he's out in Brooklyn. He's practically a neighbor of mine. Actually, I yesterday afternoon, Edward was organizing a play test of the latest version of oh God. Why is my cat crying? Hope she's not trying to cause troubles. I want to say Lamentations, but it's not Lamentations. Oh my God! It was the Space Princess game by Grim Jim James Desborough.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and oh my God, I'm getting old, Glenn. I'm losing my mind. But we had
Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, it was a science. It's a science fiction game. Oh, here we go. Machinations of the Space Princess, and I was thinking Lamentations. That's where it got me confused. But in any case, it came out like I don't know over a decade ago. Initially, they're coming out with a second edition. It's a lot. It's a lot of fun. But James Desborough is a great GM. Thinks on the spot. Really moves very well.
That's good.
So that was a lot of fun. Death Angel. I knew Heidi and Eric were going. They told me when I interviewed them. Yeah, and they were great. Their little dog. what's his name? What's the dog's name? Satan or some shit like that. Oh my god, sweetest and gets and loves Rachel. Sees Rachel from like 15 feet away, and the tail starts going all.
Yeah.
It's like I'm in love.
Yep.
But just all right, hold on, Sadie. What did you find? Oh, you found one of your fishies. Congratulations. You found her stuffed fish and had to bring it to me.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Bibby's got a rubber chicken she annoys us with.
She's like, look,
A squeaky rubber chicken.
look what I did, Daddy. I got this just for you. I caught this plush fish. How about you catch a mouse? Well, then again, if you catch a mouse, it means we have mice. Skip the fact that I just said that. I don't really mean it. Don't catch any
Oh,
mice.
if she starts going for roaches, worry.
Yeah, well, she found when we first brought her in, she caught a mouse early on, and I took the mouse. This is like 4 years ago. I
Mhm.
took the mouse, which was barely alive, and I flushed it. So then a week later, in the middle of the night, I go to the bathroom, turn on the light, and there's a dead mouse in the toilet because she figured out mice go in the toilet.
Oh,
All right.
nice.
Yes.
See, she's trainable.
Oh, definitely. When cats trainable if they want to be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
There's no dead mice in my games.
yeah. Death Angel, 10 and a half hours. Piece of cake. Piece of cake. Yeah. By the way, at some point, Death Angel, I will be making a drive to the Nashville area. My son's already there working for the airlines. His wife, who works for TSA, I think next weekend her transfer goes through, and she'll be
Really?
joining him. He's driving right now. He's driving with the U-Haul van and the cat
Oh, boy.
from Salt Lake City to Nashville. So
Oh, boy.
yeah. I think he's at like the I've got 8 hours left mark or something like that.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Well, he likes to fly and he likes to drive. So,
Well,
although
got more power to him.
yes,
You
more
know,
more power, man.
Becky would rather drive than fly anyway. Me, I don't know. It used to be in our the first 5 years, we do road trips, and every time after the road trip, I said, "We're flying next time," and it never happened. By the way, I'm looking down here at the banner. Join today. Membership has its privileges.
Uh-huh.
Did you mean to misspell privileges?
No, I didn't mean to misspell it.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for finding that out there, Glenn.
It just took me a while to get to it. That's all.
And it's actually in red, and it, you know,
Well, you're not an editor.
I'm not an editor, sir.
There we go.
Yes.
That's pretty.
And by the way, folks, grognardstudios.printify.me. You can support Glenn. It's his Printify shop. You get
I don't
cool
work. My wife retired. Yes, please support me.
Yes. Yes. Come on. You gotta
If you want to see me at the con next year, support me.
support me now.
Yeah.
Support me now.
Oh, Becky's still trying to wind down from work.
Oh,
Yeah. She's got all these projects she wants to do to the house. And I'm trying to get her to like, okay, they're your projects. I will help, but they're your projects. I have my own fish to fry.
you know, I got you.
I'll be moving furniture and stuff.
Um,
I should really work on it.
By the way, I answered your email, so things were, by the way, a bit hectic getting back. It took me a few days. My back went out, by the way, Sunday before we started.
What?
I woke up, but Rachel loved the mattress. She's like, "Oh, it's a wonderful mattress. It's so soft." Me, fuck this mattress, it's too soft. So Sunday I woke up and I had that little bit of a twinge,
Uh
and I went, all right, I can like stretch this out. And then
huh.
first rest stop on the way home, Rach is walking through the parking lot back to the car. Didn't see a pothole.
Oh boy.
Tripped, and she did the let me stumble forward 5 feet and then grab onto your arm,
Uh huh.
which she did, and yanked me, and then that was uh,
Mm,
what was like a twinge became the knife. But you
yeah.
know, we all realize this is not how I disappear. This is actually a huge heating pad, which
That's a big one.
it's a huge one. It allows me to sit in my recliner and then stuff it into the side, so it like heats up the side and my back at the same time, and that and Rach, working my back like a I don't know a masseuse or a trained physical therapist has been a lifesaver.
By the way, one of my T-shirts
Mhm.
has a picture from Rob's Majestic Wilderlands rulebook.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got the zombie poker one out there.
Okay.
I looked at it, I go, oh, I got to do this for Rob. In
So
fact, I'd send him one. Um, but I'll have these at the con for people to look at. And I have business
well,
cards. Wow.
this
Wow. I'm a real businessman
hey,
now.
wait, you're doing the bit. Better question. Are you simulcasting this on your channel?
I'm, that's a good question. You mean on, I know it's, I know it's on Facebook,
Okay.
but
I'm just saying, like, grow your YouTube channel, man. It's
yeah, I have a hard, this restream, I have a hard time,
uh,
getting hooked
okay.
up.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I, you know, StreamYard is, I think, a little bit easier for guests to stream on. Although
Other,
I don't know because I canceled my account. So when we do the once a month inappropriate characters, it's on StreamYard, but I can't push it on my YouTube. So,
right.
but I mean, I did do a lot of shorts from it. So there are still a few shorts coming out from last week's stream. They, you know, there's just I like overall I like Restream better because of the chat. Like the chat right next to Glenn is
Mhm.
embedded on the screen, so whether you're chatting from Rumble, whether you're chatting from YouTube, I don't have to individually take a comment and put it up on the screen and make sure everybody can read it.
Right.
It's up there right at the time, and I think that's awesome. I really do. So, and then I lost this by doing the proper editing. I did the improper editing. Oy vey, Glenn, what's going on with the world?
I don't know. I'm totally out of sync with the world.
So actually, now, Glenn, my regular game ended at the beginning of. I've been without a regular game now since the beginning of
Yeah,
April.
yeah, it told me.
Have you been in anything recently, or anything on the plate?
Nope. I keep threatening to go down to that Tavern Games, and I never do it. I'm hoping that'll change after the con.
Okay.
Um, right now, my concern is getting the Gangbusters game done. Uh, I'm down to 1 month, 4 weeks. I got 4 weeks, 3.5 weeks to do it, and that should be plenty of time, actually.
Okay.
Not like I have to research this or anything.
No, no, God forbid.
Yeah.
Death's Angel. So you're the reason why Joe went with Restream. Essentially, yes. I was the first one to move over to Restream when StreamYard didn't just double their price; they increased it by like 140% or some ridiculous amount. they weren't giving you anything new to go along with it. So I was like, I got to find an alternative. Now, I'm going to mention this name for the second time during this live stream. Years ago, Vince Florio had told me about Restream. He said it did everything that StreamYard did, but was cheaper. So when StreamYard
Up the
jacked
price.
up the prices, I investigated Restream. Now, I missed the giveaway tool. I thought that was all. It was an awesome thing. It was in Streamyard. I
Oh yeah,
haven't.
I remember that.
I haven't found anything similar here, but the embedded chat is a lifesaver. With the embedded chat, in theory, I could do a solo live stream. I enjoy doing my live streams with Glenn and with
I've
other
got to do a
co-hosts.
solo sometime in the next few days. I think every time it's funny. Every time I think about turning on the camera and doing a live stream on YouTube, I think no, Eric's probably doing one right now. I better not.
No, do it, do it, do it.
No,
It's not.
I'm trying not to step on your toes.
It's not a zero sum, Glenn. So, by the way, for those that are interested in the live streams, we will bring my schedule opens up again next week. We will bring back the afternoon live stream.
Good.
I'm not sure what day it'll be. Glenn and I. And for the members that support this channel, I will probably do a once a month live stream that is open to all, but only members will be able to comment because members will be doing. It'll be like an ask me anything slash requests for future videos.
Right.
It'll be that. It'll probably, I'm guessing, 30 minutes long, but I don't know.
You know, when we're at North Texas, we really should do an afternoon live stream for our friends overseas.
Well, and that's what the afternoons are for, right? When we do it at 12
Right.
or 1
But I mean,
o'clock.
I'm saying when we're at the con, we should.
Oh, yeah. We'll see what we can do.
I'm
Yeah.
sure there's going to be a time when I'm not gaming.
Yeah. I'm actually in a few games this year.
I
Well,
haven't.
I must
I
have a
stopped.
fever.
I stopped signing up for games 2 years ago. I'm totally in GM mode now.
Okay.
But I wouldn't mind playing a game. You know, if I could sneak into one of Talanian's Hyperborea games, I will.
Jeff, I've watched Jeff GM at a show.
Oh yeah,
Oh my God.
he's great. Isn't he great? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, most of the GMs I've played with are really good, and they're all really different. And I think that you got to stress that to some extent.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, nobody is doing the same thing as anybody else. They've all got different techniques,
Uh-huh.
but they're all. I mean, I've played in some bad GM'd games. We all have.
Uh-huh.
But for the most part, those that are in our OSR community, they all run pretty good games. I mean, I did play in a weekly game online that I wasn't enjoying, so I just kind of did
Really.
yeah, I'm sick. This is years ago. I had a bow out.
So that's how you got out of Jason's game?
Listen, I got news for you. You don't get it. If Jason gives you an invite, you're not getting out.
Tell me about it.
You can't get away from the Jason.
Yeah, he wanted me to guest star in one of his games a week or two ago, and I just begged off because of I got to do family stuff with Becky, so you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he just needs a better setup, to tell you the truth, if he's going to do the online thing. Because most of his people are, there.
Right.
And if he's going to, get somebody in from online, he's got to do better than just pointing a camera somewhere that's not even close to the map and then go on Discourse.
Yeah. It's kind of like you got to play with them. The map that the players are using has to be the map that's on a screen.
Right.
So,
But
yeah.
he started doing that, but most of the time he was just pointing to the other people or on the ceiling or something. I think he forgets about it or something.
That's possible.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, far be it for me to tell him to go like roll 20 or anything, which would help. But he probably doesn't know anything about he probably doesn't know how to use it. So
Well, yeah, I mean, listen, the only reason why I use Roll20 is because I backed the Kickstarter well over a decade ago at this point,
uh-huh.
and I got a lifetime membership, so I get all the bells and whistles.
Oh
And folks,
well.
I
Whatever.
don't use all the bells and whistles, folks. I don't. I don't. I am mostly fog of war and it's theater of the mind. I mean, that's
Yeah.
to me where the gameplay is.
Yeah, I was gonna do Albert Rodeo, but I stopped myself finally because it's like don't get sucked into doing online all the time.
Uh-oh.
You need the face to face. You really do. People don't understand that, but you do.
No.
I miss it. I miss it a lot.
I haven't been in a face-to-face campaign prior to COVID, maybe a year or two prior to COVID. It was the one out in Long Island, which was a lot of fun. But then, people started moving and the location, the venue changed, and that was like, oh, we're gonna have to play. If we play in a public library, then you literally got to take any Tom, Dick, or asshole that walks up to the table and
Well,
go,
I played in a library before, and I don't unless aside from the people who want to come that I said, "Hey, come." I didn't get any walk-ups. I mean, at a con or a game store, that's different.
right,
But at a library, we're in a like a conference room or something. I'll never the where we used to live in Oklahoma City on the south side. There was a library there that had conference rooms, and if nobody had it scheduled, reserved, you can
right.
go in there. The only thing is, the walls were solid glass, so
Like
like
a
you're
fishbowl.
on
Yeah.
display. People walk in, you're on display right there.
Well, and that's part of it. My recollection was that there was some talk about moving to the library, but then the library wanted a schedule,
Yeah.
and they wanted to be able to post a schedule. So, hey, you're looking to play Swords and Wizardry Light or AD&D 1E, walk ups welcome was what they wanted. That's like, because,
That's a two-edged, yeah, but that's a double-edged sword too, because
yeah,
there's a good part of that where you maybe get somebody who's never played before and show them the game,
right.
which is a good thing.
That can be. Or
Yeah.
you can just get that Tom, Dick, or asshole that comes up, and then you're like,
Yeah, but we can't structure it around that. I mean, you go to a convention, you're going to get the same thing. I mean,
no,
yes,
no,
people will sign up, but you don't always know everybody who signs up.
right. No, but also, see, if you're playing with a regularish group, you got a campaign going. There's an expectation of
Right.
structure, whereas you don't worry about structure so much at a convention. It's one and done, you know.
Uh-huh.
And if you have an asshole, you just got to survive the session. It's not like, oh, if you have an asshole, they're gonna come back every week or every 2 weeks, and you got to deal.
Right.
So
Oh
yeah,
my oh my God, I'm famous.
what happened?
I just happened to go on Facebook. It said Jeremy Fowler Lindstrom message you, and he says he's working on a coloring book page in progress, and there I am.
Oh, it's Fugly.
Yeah, that's food. Oh, I should put Fugly. You can put it up, but I'll put it up too if I you uh, save. I'll just save the image and put it up there
There
if
you go.
if my computer lets me. But yeah, that's scary looking.
It's a beautiful thing, right?
It can be. It can be. But wait till you see the picture.
He's working on
Uh,
one for Joe. I've been searching on my phone for pictures of Joe, but the problem is my pictures of Joe all go back to I think Fat Joe.
really?
Yeah, Joe's
Yeah,
lost weight.
mine looks pretty husky, but it's like husky or not, I recognize me.
Yeah.
So
Well, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta actually ask Joe to give me a more recent photograph.
really,
Yeah,
wow.
so I can appease the Foogly gods.
Appease the fugly gods.
Damn those Fooglies! Everywhere you go, there you turn, and there's a Foogly.
They're,
Foogly with art. Art,
they're
I tell you.
everywhere. They're everywhere.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, I can't share this. So
You want to share?
they
Show it
won't.
to me on Facebook, Glenn. Share it to me on Facebook.
Oh, all right. I will
I'll get
try.
it up.
Oh, I haven't done that in years, but yeah,
Ah,
uh,
yes.
ha, ha. I'm a funny guy. Yeah, I know. Um, oh my goodness. Okay, tell you what. I this is beyond me. I'm sorry. But well, let's just slow the show down to a crawl here.
Crawl, crawl. It's crawling.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So,
Um,
listen, Glenn is no more technically inclined than Mike is. So that's the reason why we often have the two of them talking movies because you don't need to be technically inclined to appreciate a good movie.
you're right. And
There
if
you,
it's a fantasy movie, even better.
there you go. So, all right, here. So let's, Glenn.
Yo.
I'm going to open up your studio here.
Oh, you want to scroll down and
Yeah, I want
go
you to
through it?
scroll down. I
You
want
go
you to.
right ahead.
I can't. Oh, that's right. I have it open.
You
Well, I
have it.
want it. I
Yeah.
was like, all right,
You're the god. You're the one who.
I'm the god. Oh, so we got respect the das.
That's an older picture that I tried to get. I think Vince or somebody else to use somewhere else, and they're going. That looks kind of risque where the dice bag is. Now this one I did for Matt Evans for
Okay,
his Minds of whatever it was. And if you notice, there's a small sign. A small sign on the right there
right.
that I looked up Dwarven on the internet, a version of
Okay,
Dwarven, and I wrote in Dwarven, "Watch your head."
there you go. Now, Glenn, your prices on these shirts are pretty good. They're $20.47.
Yeah, well, it goes up to like 34 if you're getting like 5XL.
All right, still it's
But thank you.
all right. So let me zoom. Let's see. This one, folks, this is a cover of one of the Torchlight issues.
It looks so good on a black one though. Yeah,
It does. It really does.
it really pops. I'm thinking of putting that on a black like coffee mug too.
Oh, that would work.
Oh, go back to the main. Go up the second color one. That's Rob's zombie poker. The
Oh,
one,
wait, hold
yeah,
on a
on the
second.
top. Yeah, that one. No, next. No, not that one. That's a Nagpa. Not that one.
Zom-
Up. Top.
Oh,
There we are. Yeah.
come on.
This is
Open
this
up.
is all I've got. So I got about 12 shirts up there. I'm going to add more.
All right, let's.
Ain't that pretty?
That is very nice.
Yeah. It's better than dogs playing poker.
Yeah, I would have to say so.
Some monster hunters there. I've got, wait, scroll down. The one in the corner there. No, that's not it. Never mind. That's my comic,
Oh, okay.
which does not look too good. I'd leave it on white. It looks better that way. This one's one of my favorites. Let's all dogpile on the Belay.
Oh, Ian and Rocky need one of these.
Oh yeah,
They're the silver billets.
that's right. Maybe he hunts vampires. Silver bull. He left a silver belay. Oh, it was a Lone Ranger. And that's my version of a knoll.
That's very cool.
I,
That one is in Swords of
uh,
Misery Continual
yes,
Light.
it is. So light. No, it's in
Continual
continual
Light.
light. Continual
Continual
light.
Light. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, some of them are, I don't know, it just came up with the color, but you can, I put like a half a dozen colors up there you can get. I tried to pick the ones that would look good. Like if I put like, except for the flesh golem one, if I put it black, you can't even see anything.
Oh yeah.
Fun stuff. Okay, then folks, you can get your stuff plugged on here too.
Well, you're not a co-host, so I don't know about that.
Well, no, I mean we could probably work a deal or something.
Like a deal. Up.
Yeah,
Tom,
you're the deal meister. Make a deal.
Sent image in progress to Eric. All right, hold on a second.
Now, yeah. Where do you
now I gotta go. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right.
Where do you see this?
All right. Hold on.
This is fatter Glenn, but it's still Glenn.
Glenn's stop screen. All right.
I am famous now. There he is.
That is the Glen.
Is that me or what?
That is you.
Looks like I'm getting ready to make a little shine here.
Don't worry. It's a medieval colostomy bag.
Yeah. This is the Green Beholder shine, aged in the keg, 3 days.
Monty Hall says you can have this deal or what is behind Dungeon Door number 2.
Thank you for letting him put that up. Thank you for showing it to us, Fugly.
Yes. Oh, I didn't see Ty Beard sneak in the back.
Yeah, he'll do that.
Who let the dogs in? Woof. So, oh my God. But I guess technically I'm still recovering from last week's con.
Are you?
Yeah, but no con crud. I don't know of anybody who got con crud at the con.
You seem a lot more mellow.
I guess extended drives can do that to you.
Oh yeah, it'll just wear you down. Even if you're in shotgun.
Yeah. And listen, Rach does not drive.
Uh-huh.
Reminder, she's legally blind. We probably don't want her driving.
Yeah, Becky won't let me drive, so.
But Rach does not drive, but I give her a lot of credit. She stayed awake for this trip, and I got to give credit to 5 Hour Energy. I needed 2.5 on the ride out, but I only needed 1 on the ride back.
Cool. Well, if I'm driving on the ride back and we're on 35, Gage makes me stop in the Windstar parking lot because it's a big parking lot and sit there and take a nap for about 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Because Grandpa, you're falling asleep, So we both sit there, take a nap about 30 minutes. I'm up and I'm fine for the rest of the ride home. So
I haven't done 5 Hour Energy in years, but I was like, when I was mapping it out, initially the mapping was like, it initially called for an 11-hour trip out, which turned into 13.5 with road closures.
Yeah.
But I was just like, you know what? a little clean energy doesn't hurt.
No. I remember the early days in our road trips before I had my knees taken care of. We used to be longer because I'd have to get out every like hour or hour and a half just to stretch because my knees were hurting so bad sitting in that seat for like as long as I did.
Well, you get like sea legs after like I don't know the first
Well,
7 hours.
this was before I had the comb shots in my knees when, the arthritis and all that.
Right.
So it's like, God, pull over. I got to stretch out.
Fugly, I had an old college roommate who was
Oh, my
legally
goodness.
blind, who drove and had no vision requirements, glasses, listed on his driver's license. It can be done.
Hmm,
Uh, and here's the thing with Rach, there's no corrective lenses that help. Close work,
too
maybe,
bad.
but not for distance.
Yeah, well,
And
you
Tom
know,
says he does 4 to 6 espressos in an IV bag, right, straight into a vein.
I would drink those Old Glory energy drinks. That was
Okay.
my jam because it was cheap and it worked. But if I couldn't get that, it's like, give me the Red Bulls.
Well, and that's the thing too, though. It's like I figured I'm already going to make way too many bathroom breaks. If I have to eat like drink like a Red Bull or something or a Monster, I'm just going to be you
Yeah.
know pulling the cork more often than I'd like to.
Yeah. I try to keep it to like one. Otherwise, we're going to be sauning. I'm going to have to pee like every every half hour or something.
Yeah, no, that
Uh,
was my fear. And
but I found out, and these are less. Do you have an Aldi near you?
yes, but we don't really go to it.
Okay. They have an energy drink there called Gridlock
Okay.
that is very, very cheap that I liked. So, coffee enemas. Yeah, right.
This
That,
time
that'll keep me
we
awake.
I'll do more than that. Coffee enema, I think you're going to be in the restroom for other reasons.
Yeah.
Just saying.
That's why I don't drink coffee.
Well, I don't drink coffee because I don't like the taste of coffee.
Well, I could doctor it up enough where I could drink it, but I don't like the idea that coffee is a diuretic. And I
Yeah,
don't need that. Becky likes coffee. She needs it because she has the opposite problem.
yeah. No, I get you. I just don't need it. Thank you very much.
I like my coffee black and bitter, just like my ex-wife, but no, not as an.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to remember that one.
that is a rough
And I
one.
got a couple of ex-wives I can choose from on that one. Probably my second one. Yeah,
Go with God.
yeah, me too. I tried to anyway.
I know.
So, what do you got? You got nothing going on game wise this next month.
No, I got nothing going on game wise, which is kind of the reason why when I was offered the chance to play test Grimm's revision of Machination, I
Uh-huh.
was like, you know what? Let me jump on that
All
because,
right.
but like I said, I gamed at the con, I gamed in Tim's game, gamed in Wampler's game. Um, there was a lot of gaming going on. There were also two very big no show GMs. Another le-
Really?
another lesson learned. Both GMs signed up for 3 slots on Friday, 3 slots on Saturday.
Uh-huh.
Never showed. So
No word, no nothing, no I'm
do I
sorry.
have suspicions as to who they may be affiliated with? Yes.
Okay.
Do we have methods to ensure there's not a repeat of such next year? Yes. So
You don't do that. You at least let them know.
no, that's why I think it was a setup. I think it was a setup.
A setup.
I believe that the accounts were fictitious accounts.
They got trolled.
Yep. So, and yet,
I'd be pissed.
yeah, and yet the con was still successful. Yeah, and I got to give credit. The people that got screwed
Mhm.
were like, "All right, well, I'll just find another game. Give me a sheet. Let's see what else is open."
Yeah.
So people pivoted, and that's what and that's a successful con. when people and you're always going to have canceled games. I canceled on ChireCon one year, 2021. I had car problems. My
That
car
happened.
wouldn't have made the trip.
Yeah.
I had to I traded it in,
Ooh.
but yeah, I had car problems. I had to bow out, and I ate the hotel that we were supposed to stay
Well,
in.
I am kind of worried because since we're down one car, we had two, now we're one.
Right.
Um, so that means I'm dependent on Gage to get to the con and back
Okay.
because I can't take the car because Becky needs the
Right.
car.
Right.
Um, and I'm just hoping he's got our old GMC
Okay.
and he's keeping it up pretty well.
Okay.
Um, he needs some brake work, but that's about it. And the way we go, since we don't go on the Gage doesn't like to go on the freeways. I mean, he's a new driver, so I understand that. But
Right.
this, if he comes over, he comes to my house and then picks me up and we go, that way we can practically miss all the freeways or the turnpikes or anything
Right.
because we're going through towns and stuff. What blew me up my mind was it's the same amount of time than going on I-35. 3 hours, same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. And just before we get to the con, we pass a Buc-ee's, which is nice. I told Becky, he says, yeah, it's about time for my yearly pickup of beaver nuggets. Those things are addictive.
Wow.
She's got a little stuffed cow here that she's going to put on the shelf. She has some other, like a bear or something. So I'm going to get her a Buc-ee's beaver, a stuffed
Okay.
Buc-ee's beaver put on the shelf. So, yeah. Carlos dropped out of our room because he's going to get one with his wife and his kid. And I said, well, maybe you can not, when he was by himself, you can stop. You don't have to go to Buc-ee's. He says, no. That's mandatory according to my daughter.
Okay.
You have to stop. I have to stop at Buc-ee's and get her something. You know what? As far as I have a brother-in-law who's a trucker, a long-haul trucker.
Uh-huh.
From what I understand, the trucking community, they all hate Buc-ee's.
Really?
Yeah. They all hate Buc-ee's. They boycott because they can't, no place to park their rigs.
Oh.
Well, it's not it's not your normal truck stop, right?
Okay. See, we went on the way out. We stopped at I forget what it was called, our first real truck stop, which had the extra long bays for the diesel. And you walk in, and there's sit down food to the right. There's takeaway food to your left. Showers.
That's always a good thing. You always buy a shower.
And I was like, wow, they got showers here. And then when I went to the restroom, there was a guy washing his feet in the sink, and he wasn't homeless. So, I mean,
just broke, right?
well, he's probably a trucker, and keep your feet clean. They take one of the first things they ever taught you in Vietnam was clean.
Take care of your feet.
So yeah, go figure.
Well, happens,
Yeah.
But yeah, Death Angel's right. They don't allow semis. That's another reason. Because they can't even park there. And there's no place for them to fill up. So
okay, that's why that'd be a good reason not to like it.
If you move to the wrong side of the state. Thank you, Fugly. I appreciate that. I told Becky, he says, if Gage bows out, you're going to be driving me up and back.
And you know what? She should be happy because she should just join you.
The first two, she did.
Okay.
But after that, she said, I said, okay, hey, I'm going to go to the con again. Let's go to the con. She said, no, you go. Go be with your friends.
Because there's a big thing with the wives. The wives do socialize. The
I
wives do
know,
get together.
but she's that not into it.
I got you.
But because she has friends in Texas, she has friends in Dallas, and she
Okay.
can go shopping and she likes to go to the Grapevine Mall
Right.
and such.
Okay.
And I said, okay. Glenn just bring
Fair enough.
yeah. What am I going to do? Knock her out and put her in the car?
There you go. You're going whether you like it or not.
Yeah, that's a good way to end up in jail.
Oh God.
Oh Lord, nearby trucks. Lots of guys shaving and tooth. Oh yeah, I've seen people shave and brush their teeth in the truck stop.
Yep.
That don't bother me.
No.
Usually, most of the time they have an electric razor and they're just like that.
Well, I think the foot guy didn't want to take a shower but wanted clean feet.
Hey, nothing wrong with
I
that.
think that's what it came down to. He was wearing flip flops or something. I know he wasn't driving in flip flops. He came in the flip flops so he could clean his feet, and he was agile enough to get a foot into the fucking sink. I give him credit. I gotta give him credit where credit is due.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that sounds about right.
So,
and what the hell,
but,
So right now, I don't know why I'm saying this, but right now I'm using the DuckDuckGo browser.
Okay.
And one of the neat things about they've got the Duck Player for like YouTube that bypasses all of the ads.
Oh, we'll see how
And
long that lasts.
and they all have the private mode. And these this one's they call it a fiery mode. What do they call it? They call it fire windows. So if you go into the fire windows and you do like look at something you're not supposed to do and stuff, and you don't want all the tells.
Right.
And then when you get out of fire mode, it's got this animation where it burns up the screen. I love that. Love that.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah.
Glenn, we may have reached our tipping point for tonight.
Well, no shit on Duck. Yeah, Duck Player is great. Yeah, okay.
So, folks, Glenn and I will be back early next week. Sometime I got an appointment with my mother on Tuesday, but maybe Monday or what. We'll be back with one of the daytimes.
Monday, Wednesday, something.
We'll figure it out. I'll know by Sunday. I'll let you all know. I'll post it in the YouTube post, not blog, but you can post on YouTube. I will give you a warning as to when the live stream will be. So those that are at work, maybe you can work your lunch hour around it if you want to participate. We always enjoy that. Other than that, thank you to Glenn for joining me tonight.
Oh, sure. Maybe during the day we can get Bad Mike too.
Yeah. Thank you to Zach Laser for sponsoring.
Thank you, Zach.
He's a sponsor of the live streams. We're looking for more sponsors of the live streams. We're looking for members, folks. You get some of the videos earlier than everybody else does. You get to participate in polls. I'm going to be starting a once a month live where you can actually anybody can watch, but only the members can actually ask questions or make suggestions for future videos. So I'll catch you all on the flip side.
Okay. Radio Grognard. Go to my website and look at the shirts.
grognardstudios.printify.me. Support Glenn.
Thank you.
All right. And live stream tomorrow night, Gamers Health.
Yeah.